today's cup of coffee, I've got something I would like for people to go and both read and listen to, in actually about three things. Because one of which is already on YouTube and has been there since I think it was 2017. And it's still there. But it's also, there's people that's posting it on some of the other social media platforms. The whatever, X, Twitter, I don't know. I don't do these things because they have just found it. And honestly, I listen to Alex Jones, and you folks know that I'm a Alex Jones fan. That doesn't mean that I believe everything that the man says. And it's a matter of going and doing my own research, which he very much encourages. But what he was discussing today absolutely is one of the scariest things I have ever heard. Now, I like me a good scary movie. I do. But what he was discussing, what these people, these scientists were discussing, was horrifying. And sometimes I stumble across information that I don't necessarily want to know. But I think that ignorance is not a helpful thing at this point in our world. And so it is a matter of knowing the enemy, knowing ourselves. That's some Sun Tzu, and I actually had that. I'll try to find the quote on that by Sun Tzu. But going in blindsided, that's never a good idea. But anyhow, the video that's on YouTube it's TRADOC, Mad Scientist 2017, Georgetown. And yeah. So I'm going to provide that link. Hopefully that won't get yeeted. I don't know that that's why I feel like I'm talking in code, because I'd rather not be yeeted. If I do get yeeted, then the other platforms, I won't have to worry about it, because BitChute and Odyssey and Rumble, they really don't, as far as free speech, and that's something that's being cracked down on tremendously, in case you haven't noticed. And that's not coming from a specific country. That's coming from this world government, this NWO stuff. I mean, I wish to God this was make-believe. I really do. I'm not a fan of fear porn. I'm a believer of sober thinking and being aware so that you can make a game plan. Anyhow, in this video, and it says in his 2017 lecture, Georgetown University Chief of Neuroethics Studies Program, Dr. James Giordano, warned that even if the released nanoparticles don't cause a stroke, they can still achieve long-term disruption of brain function in increasingly concentric circles of expansion. Now, this video goes into detail. He's very thorough with what he's explaining and saying. And the Telegraph said that DARPA refused to fund the work. But they quoted Professor Angus Dalgleish, whatever, Dalgleish, who warned the gain-of-function research may have continued even without the funding. Okay, that means that they were getting the monies from someplace else. Don't know where. But I do have the link to that Telegraph article that I will put it there and let you read it. And what I want you to do, because it wasn't available to me at the time of recording, which is late on September the 6th, 2023, the Alex Jones, usually he will put his bite-sized snippets on some of the other platforms the next day. But I'll put for this one, it's the name of the article, which is Pentagon / DARPA announces Nanotech mind control of society. And that it was for September the 6th, 2023. Yeah. Now, I've heard a lot of shit over the years. I've heard a lot of stuff that's been going on and everything like that. It is a matter of, don't fall into the fear. Because historically, every time that God's people have been trapped, that there's nothing that they can do, that's when God will do. Don't know what, don't know when, but I know that he will. So hold on to that. This is not a black pill moment. This is not a matter of giving up anything, especially not your humanity and your sovereignty as a individually created design of the Most High God. And like I said, I'm adamant about that. Anytime that anybody is down on themselves. And I've had to go out and about in the public and stuff today, and there were people that they were feeling down. And so that's my job, is to help lift them back up. If it's sharing a smile, if it's saying, I will pray for you, listening to them, to sit there and go, I understand you're going through a really hard time. This will pass. This is a season. This is not the end of the road for everything. If let's talk about the end times, no, that is not. People take that. It's not like everything stops. It's sort of like that Mayan calendar bullshit that everybody's like, oh, the end of the world, and the whole Chicken Little. Okay, there's another story. And the way things are going right now, do we really want it to continue the way that it is? I don't think so. I don't want my children to grow up and end up being slaves. I don't. I don't want their potential children growing up being slaves. That ain't cool. That is not God's design. And that's one of the ways that you know that it's the enemy forces, because they are trying to do anything and everything that is against God and his design. And people are deceived. They're foolishly and blindly believing some of the bullshit. And it's where it's not a matter of preaching on these people. It's a matter of ministering to them. To sit there and go, honey, this is not how it has to be. This was not how you were designed to be. Let's talk about this. Let's figure out a solution to the problem that you have. Okay? And this was a bitter little cup. I mean, like I said, I don't like the fact that I, with my little pirate radio station here on the Inner Zones, have to choose my words so precisely. That's crazy. That is crazy. So I do urge everybody, if you watch it, you can either send me an email, share this information with other people. If they need proof of this stuff, because you've got a lot of people, they don't want to believe it because it is so beyond belief. Yeah. So, and it's like evil is. And when you are not evil, it's hard to wrap your head around it. That's for real. And if you can wrap your head around it, you need to do a little bit of self-check and some soul-searching. So if you've had experiences with paranormal, supernatural, encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, you can send me an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. And I will put the links in the description box. Like I said, you can join us on BitChute, Odyssey, Rumble. If you wake up one morning and the ship is not here, something, let me know first off to make sure that I haven't abandoned ship. Now, if I get caught, I'll have youngest kid to sit there and go, God deployed her elsewhere. I think he's going to deploy all of us elsewhere very soon. So, anyhow, like, share, comment, subscribe. Seriously, it doesn't have to be this video. Share the information. It doesn't matter who gets the credit for it. I don't give a shit about credit. Give the information out there, because the normies, they need to know this. This shit's real. And it's scary. And it's alright, because it's always darkest before the dawn. Hold on to some of those trite old sayings, because they were absolutely true. Know that you're loved, and Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cut. Bye.